All right, shalom, shalom. Want to start saying all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Salutation to you, hopeful elect out there, teaching the word in truth and sincerity. All right, I'm the brother Amar from the GMS Cleveland camp. All right, coming back at you with another video, and I'm gonna just get into a real quick, lesson regarding the hireling and the shepherd. All right, and the two major differences between the two are pretty much the shepherd. The shepherd is one that cares and tends to the flock and feeds them and takes care of them, while the hireling does the complete opposite, man. All right, and I'm gonna get the verses real quick, and then I'm gonna get the definitions, and Lord willing, this be edifying. It's the book of Saint John, chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. All right, and then it's gonna break it down what the door is. All right, and what who the shepherd, the chief shepherd is. All right, we're considered shepherds as well, but the chief shepherd is Yahushua. This is verse 3. It says to him the portal openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out. It says, and when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And this is regarding the elect, man. When the elect hear the words of the scriptures broken down the correct way, they're going to follow ultimately Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, and you do that through men, because the Lord sets up men, and when they're preaching the correct doctrine according to the scriptures, we will follow them. All right, because they're preaching the right doctrine. This is verse 5. It said, "And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him." It says, "For they know not the voice of strangers." It says, verse 6, "This parable spake Yahushua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them." It says, verse 7, and it says, "Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep." It says, "All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture." It said, and I'm gonna jump down, verse um verse 11. "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep." And this is what, if you are considered a shepherd, a good shepherd, like I said, because you got shepherds that some shepherds are bad, but for the most part, usually shepherds they tend to the flock. You know what I mean? Because not only is the sheep are an investment, but like I said, the sheep helps them. All right, and I'm pretty sure in multiple ways, but the sheep are considered an investment property. All right, and they help them gain in life. All right, but I'm as far as a business move, but I'm going back to the point. Saint John 10 verse 11. "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd give his life to the sheep." And this is, let me look down. When you scroll to the word shepherd, all right, just a regular Google definition. A shepherd or a sheep herder is a person who tends herds or feeds or guides herds of sheep. So that's what a shepherd does. As a matter of fact, when you look, 'cause I had another definition. I think this is it. Okay, shepherd. That's a person who herds, tends, and guides sheep. A person who protects, guides, and watches over a person or group of people. And that's a beautiful definition, because they actually gave a breakdown of what Yahushua meant about the sheep, because the sheep, he's not referring to actual little animals. He's referring to us, the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, as sheep. And this is beautiful that they brought it out in a regular dictionary. It's a person who protects, guides, or watches over a person or group of people, man. All right, and that, like I said, we those flock, the sheep. A person who herds, tends, and guides sheep, man. All right, so now you know what Yahushua meant by that when he was talking about a shepherd, you know, and him watching over the flock. So now let me go back. So we got the definition of a shepherd, and Let me go to this real quick. So bring it back, St. John 10, verse 11. I am the good shepherd. And what is a shepherd? Someone who tends, guides, and watches over a flock, over the flock, which is the flock is men. All right. Matter of fact, let me because I'm gonna jump the gun real quick. Just want to get this, and then I'm gonna go back where I was just at. Ezekiel 34, verse 1. I mean 31. It said, "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God," saith the Lord Yahweh. And that was just a quick precept to back up with the Google definition just read about when it broke down shepherd in the dictionary. It said watches over a group of men, proving that those the actual sheep are men, not actual sheep. Or the actual sheep are men, not actual animals. All right, so going back to St. John chapter 10. Verse 11, it said, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd give his life for the sheep, because that's what a good shepherd does. Verse 12, it says, but he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, see if the wolf cometh, see if the wolf coming. And who is the wolf in this case, man? Esau, because Esau, you got a lot of these hirelings. They see what's going on. They see the moves that's being made. They understand, certain things that's happening within the news, but they don't care. Why? Because they're a hireling. And what is a hireling? According to the Google definition of dictionary, it says a hireling, a person employed to undertake menial work, a person who works purely for material reward, man. And that's pretty much our people all day, man. They work for material reward, man. All right, they're not doing it out of a pure love for the job. This is going to another definition of hireling: a person who works only for pay, especially in a menial or boring job. It says with little or no concern for the value of work. So that's what a hireling is. A person has little concern for the value of the work. That's why the Lord talked about the hireling. All right, and then that's why I said this is the hireling versus the shepherd. St. John 10 and 12, it said, but he that is an hireling, and what is a hireling? A person that has little value for the work, and that's getting paid, and is doing the job mainly for money. All right, it says, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not. It says, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. It says, the hireling fleeth because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. You know what I mean? It says, I am the good shepherd, and know my flock, and am known of mine. So that's why I titled the hireling versus the shepherd, or shepherd versus the hireling, because a shepherd is going to do all he can. That's why verse 11 said what it says. He's going to lay down his life. He gonna give his life for the sheep. But a hireling, he gonna flee because he don't give a shit. All right, now let's go to this real quick, man, because this is what I wanted to get. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, that the Yahweh Shai, he's that chief shepherd. Because we're shepherds as well, but he's the chief shepherd that's ultimately going to guide us in the because we're being guided in the right direction, but ultimately he's going to guide us into the kingdom of heaven, which that's where we will find rest, not here, man. Ezekiel 34 verse 1, it said, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, son of man, prophesied against the shepherds of Israel. It says, prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto the shepherds, woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do not feed them, that do feed themselves. It says, should not the shepherds feed the flocks? Yeah, because even though I broke down the shepherd and the hireling, you do have some bad shepherds out here too, man. All right, you know what I mean. And the bad shepherd was just a bad shepherd is pretty much a hireling, man. You know what I mean. Even though, like I said, man, that a bad shepherd is pretty much considered a hireling. And like I said, because a shepherd will do all he can, pursuing to John 10 and 11. He give his life for the shepherd. You know what I mean? He give his life for the sheep. The shepherd gives his life for the sheep, Salakia. But a hireling will not, man. He don't feed them. He don't do nothing. He don't care for them. But the shepherd feeds, you know what I mean, tends to them, man. So let's read, like I said, so Ezekiel 34, you can pretty much say this is a hireling, man. So let's see what this says, man. It says, verse 3, it says, ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool, ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. You know, and this goes into also, man, brothers that might have the truth, but that they're sitting upon the talent. They're not feeding the flock, is what the Lord told Peter. All right, if I'm not mistaken, in John 21, he said, "If you love me, feed my flock." But this is verse 4, back in Ezekiel 34:4. It says, "Disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away, neither have ye sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have ye ruled them." It says, and these goes into leaders, man, of our people, man, nowadays, man, the so-called activists and stuff like that, and people that Esau placed over our people that consider leaders. These niggas, they don't watch over the flock, man. All right, they just feed themselves. They're concerned with making their lifestyle better and not the overall nation. All right, which the elect were considered nationalists. We care for the whole of our people as a whole, even the so-called 2/3, man. You know what I mean? Because that's the compassion that the elect have, man. But this is verse 5. It says, "And they were scattered because there was no shepherd." It says, "And they became meat to all the beasts of the field." It says, "When they were scattered," man. Yeah, so the elect, I mean the sheep were scattered. All right, it was in disarray. It was in darkness because there was no shadow, no shepherd. There was nobody to guide them. But now, since starting with the apostles and elders on down, and the brethren, the Lord has placed those shepherds out there through all four corners of the earth, and now we're guiding the Lord's sheep, man, into the right way, man. And then, like I said, the ultimate shepherd is Yahweh Shai, and He will ultimately guide us into the kingdom of heaven. But this is verse 6. It says, "My sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them." It says, "Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. As I live, said the Lord Yahweh, true, surely, because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field." It says, "Because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherd search for my flocks, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock," man. Yeah, and that's going into, like I said, man, these are so-called leaders, man. They only concerned with benefiting and bettering their lives, and they don't give a shit about the flock, man. They didn't feed them. They didn't properly educate them to the best way that they can. All right, and warn them of their actual enemies. All right, starting with Esau, Edom, and other nations. All right, and giving them the proper doctrine concerning the scriptures. Because, like I said, a lot of these leaders, they know the truth, but they won't say them because they're getting paid off. One or two, they, like I said, they don't care. Verse 9, "Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord." It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more." It says, "For I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them." It says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, even I, will both search my flock and seek them out." You know what I mean? And when you keep on reading this whole chapter, man, this just goes into like I said, the Lord being against these shepherds or these hirelings that are not properly feeding the Lord's sheep, man. They're just pretty much concerned with their own well being and what they got going on. But that's okay, because ultimately Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father, he's going to send back Yahweh Shai to rectify all this, man. And this is First Peter chapter 5, verse 2. "Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." And that's something that as you see, don't go on. Our people, the ones that made it and have a little bit of money and a particular platform to reach a lot of Jake and educate them and get them right and get them on their feet and get them to fear the Heavenly Father and get them on the right path. They're not concerned with that, man. All right, they're concerned with their own self. That's why I just read Ezekiel 34. But that's why the Lord said you have to be of a ready mind, man, and you have to oversee the Lord's flock willingly, not by constraint or for filthy lucre, which is money. It says verse 3, "Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage." It says, "But being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away." And who's that chief shepherd? Yahweh Shai. And this is the last verse I got, man, because we can't wait till the Lord come back to really get all this in order, man. Because this, for the most part, man, the 2/3 of our people that understand who Esau is and understand what Esau is doing, the witchcraft and all that, but they don't say nothing. Like I said, mainly because they paid off or they don't care. The Lord's going to destroy you, man. All right, straight up and down. This is Second Ezra chapter Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 34, because you might have a question, okay, like, so when is Yahushua going to come back? Or when is the chief shepherd going to come back? This the answer right here. Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 34. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, which are referring to Jake, because Jake is in the heathen-like mindset, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, he shall give you everlasting rest. And how do I know that's talking about a heathen? All right, it's because when it said the Lord's gonna give you rest, man. It says look for your shepherd. Who is the shepherd, man? Yahweh Shai. I just read it, man. That he's the chief shepherd. When you read John 10 chapter, I just read 1 Peter 5 and verse 3 or 4 or 5, one of them. All right, it says he's gonna give you rest. And he's not gonna give the heathen rest. He's gonna give the nation of Israel a rest. So that's how I know it's talking about the heathen right there is talking about the nation of Israel. It says, "For he is nigh at hand that shall come in the end of the world." You see that, man? So the chief shepherd is gonna come win at the end of the world, man. And ultimately to take down this damn devil Esau Edom, who's a so-called white man, and these other nations, and to deliver his elect from the second death, man. With that, I'm gonna say shalom and a barber ball.